Phase one of the glue up is done, and today we're gonna take this stuff off. We need to flatten out and check level, make sure that these are gonna join up well, get these sanded down a little bit, and finish the glue up. Well, you know, things have been going pretty easy so far. Not much to complain about. Everything's been going right according to plan. And of course, we knew that that would not be the case during this entire build adventure. In fact, I've run into the first pretty minor issue. Should be pretty easy to fix, but when I'm now set to glue the top on here, this left side looks great. The right side, however, I've got a little gap in the middle here between the maple and the cherry. It's probably somewhere a 32nd of an inch, maybe, you know, 3/64, I don't know, somewhere. It's pretty small, but I don't want to fill it. I want to get it to sit right. And I think it has to do with the combination of square on the cherry and this edge, and so what I'm going to do is just very slightly back bevel the bottom edge of this with a hand plane, because when I tip this up and put it about like that, it's looking really good. So I don't want to do it too much because I still have to take the thickness of this top down a little bit. But I think that'll be enough to just get that gap down to the point where it's fillable and not really noticeable. Well, after a lot of futzing around, this joint is just about perfect. It's got a great glue surface all the way around. There's hardly a gap at all, and it's going to look great. The bad news is that I had to cut that seam apart that was already glued up in order to get it that good. So I made a commitment when I started this channel to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. This doesn't qualify as ugly, but it does qualify as bad. Anyway, it's just one glue joint, so that's an easy fix. So I just got to re-glue that up, and I can actually do that at the same time that I glue the top on. But you know, the end result is going to be really good. Well, I pulled the clamps off, and this is now looking great. Got a nice even edge here where I had that little bit of wonkiness before. Glue joint is looking like it's going to be nice and flush right there. This fits. Still going to need to sand down a little bit to get to final thickness, but I'm ready to glue on the top. So going to glue these up, flip them over, have a couple of bags of kitty litter to put weight on them to hold it down, and we should be in the final stages of glue up for the body. Well, my continuity editor would be having me re-costume and reshoot this because, as you may notice, this is the third different shirt that I've been wearing during the glue up process here that was supposed to take 1 day and now has bled into 3. At the end of all of that, the last of the top should now be glued up, and all I can do is hope for the best. Let's take it apart. A guitar blank. Glue up is done. It's going to be just like this. The glue up looks good. The glue joints on the top, along the cherry strip in particular, look excellent. Super tight. Got a little gap on that corner, but I think that's probably going to be outside of the template cut line. It is, there's a little bit of a crown to it, but that's okay. These boards weren't, necessarily super flat. We anticipated that there'd be a little bit of wave there, which is why there was so much weight on them when they were drying. And what I'm going to end up doing, I think, is probably putting these on a router sled because the back here is super solid and flat, and take it on a router sled and take the top down to even height. As it stands, it's too thick anyway, and so we need to take some thickness out of it regardless. So, finally, mission accomplished.